The potential ban of TikTok in the United States is heating up, and it's all coming to a head with the upcoming Supreme Court session. This is a pivotal moment not just for TikTok, but for the broader conversation about digital rights and free speech. The Supreme Court is set to hear oral arguments against legislation that mandates TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to sell the platform by January 19th. This isn't just a tech issue, it's a matter of constitutional rights. President Biden recently signed legislation that could lead to this ban, citing national security concerns. The government argues that TikTok poses a risk because of its ties to China, suggesting that user data could be accessed by the Chinese government. It's a serious claim, and one that has sparked a fierce debate about privacy, security, and the role of social media in our lives. But here's where it gets interesting. TikTok is pushing back hard. They argue that this legislation violates the First Amendment, which protects free speech. They contend that banning the app would infringe on the rights of millions of users who rely on the platform for self-expression, creativity, and connection. It's a classic clash between national security and individual rights, and it's playing out on a grand stage. As the Supreme Court gears up for this session, there are some important details to keep in mind. The arguments will be heard soon, and the public is allowed to attend. If you're interested, you can also listen live as the justices weigh in on this critical issue. It's a rare opportunity to witness the judicial process in action, especially on a topic that affects so many people. The implications of this case are enormous. If the Supreme Court sides with the government, it could set a precedent for how tech companies operate in the US and how the government regulates them. On the flip side, if TikTok wins, it could reinforce the idea that social media platforms are protected under the First Amendment, potentially influencing future legislation. As we approach the oral arguments, the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about TikTok. It's about the future of digital communication and the rights of users in an increasingly connected world. The outcome could reshape the landscape of social media and how we interact online. So, whether you're a TikTok user or just someone interested in the intersection of technology and law, this is a moment to pay attention to. The Supreme Court's decision could have lasting effects on our digital lives, and it's a conversation we all need to be part of.